actually, if that was your business, if you were the only game in town for something that people desperately wanted, if you were the guy with bottles of water in the middle of the desert, your business doesn't even need to be good. It doesn't need to be well run. Your culture can be absolute dirt. Your marketing can be terrible. Everything can be awful, frankly. And that business is still going to be very successful just because that's how it goes. So that is like the ideal that every single business is focusing, is sort of aiming towards. Like, we're all aiming, no matter whether you're a kid selling friendship bracelets out of her bedroom or Halliburton, like, we are all aiming to sell something which loads of people want, and we are the only person that you can get that thing from. And to me, like, and we could just summarize that with the term unique value. We're all aiming to generate unique value for the market, because if you do that, you win. Simple as that. So strategy is just, to me, like, a business's strategy is essentially the unique value that it puts out into the world. And so when I say most businesses have got no strategy, what I'm really saying is that most businesses don't produce unique value, which is true. Like, most businesses, 70-80%, they produce value. So they make something that, yes, people want. But the problem that they have is that you can get that from loads of other places. So they got the value part, but they don't have the unique part. So, and we all know what it's like to run a business like that. That's a commodity business. You have to fight, you have to compete, you have to spend lots of money on marketing, you have to hire great salespeople, and you have to sweat and work the way that most businesses do. There's also, just briefly, there's a smaller group of businesses who have the reverse problem, where, like, they do genuinely do something unique. So they say, we are the only people in the world who do whatever. But then their problem typically is that the market doesn't see the value in it. So they find it difficult to attract demand or to get people to really understand what they're for. And that's actually a worse problem than the other problem. To have the unique bit but not the value bit, like, that is worse than having the value, because if you have the value, you could always hustle your way to success. Whereas if you don't have that, then you're in a much trickier spot. So the number of businesses, though, that have both, vanishingly few. And this is the strategic game. How do we make your business be a business that's got unique value, that's got very, very high demand and very, very low supply? And it's really, like, for obvious reasons, it's like finding a needle in a haystack, an idea like that. Ideas like this are not common, and you have to the reason that people can't arrive at them, obviously, is that you have to employ some very counterintuitive, unnatural thinking techniques to unearth these ideas. Because if you come at it in a linear way, which is, again, how most people are running their business, like, who's our target customer, what do they want, let's give it to them, kind of thing, linear, that's the same linear process that all your competitors are doing. So you're all going to come up with the same answer because you're asking the same questions. So the fun of the game is that then you have to do things in a really weird way to get one of these kind of golden, truly strategic ideas, like your Apples and your Starbuckses and your Ikeas and all the legends.